So to the album Fighting the World. It's digitally recorded, and where it released in 1986, it would receive my number one position as a favourite record, but it's released in 1987, so there you go. Fighting the World and Blow Your Speakers with Rock and Roll, in which an actual cannon is used, set the pace for an out-and-out high-energy heavy metal record. And Carry On is a number which rapidly becomes a stage anthem, illustrating the more sober side of Manowar. Then we get stuck into the real business with Violence and Bloodshed. That's a song that describes the fact that whilst the Vietnam War may be over, violence and bloodshed still exists on the streets all over the world, i.e. the football terraces. Defender may be the same song as that on the 12-inch, but it is completely re-recorded featuring a full orchestra, and the Orson Welles narration is, in effect, outtakes from the original session. To my mind, this song is another stairway to heaven. And so to the big one, Trinity of Steel. This song is split into 4 portions. It starts with drums of doom, representing a charge of the Light Brigade type stampede, and the drum sounds, believe you me, are so like real horses that you even get the smell of horse shit coming through your speakers. Honest, no kidding. Holy War is followed by Black Wind, concluding with Fire and Steel. This song brings out the very best of Manowar. Joey's high-speed bass playing, Eric's longest screams, Ross's finest guitars, and assisted by the techniques of Vince Gutman, the electronic drum inventor, Scott's dynamic drumming.
This is Joey DeMeo from Manowar saying hello to all the crazy fans of Manchester Piccadilly Radio. You're the greatest, and Chris is the greatest. It's great to be here.
Are we known abroad? Are we known in America?
Absolutely.
Yes, there are people that do pick it up on shortwave. I've talked to some people that tune in on shortwave radio to the BBC broadcast, and they do catch a little bit of Piccadilly.
Of Piccadilly as well. That's good.
It's been a long, hard road for Piccadilly, just like Manowar, because there are people out there trying to keep you down. There are big radio stations that play wimp music trying to keep you down, but you've stuck with heavy metal, you're growing, and it's the same thing with Manowar. We're not going to take any guff from any wimps. Death to false radio.
Here, here.
Nice one.
That's the false DJs.
That's right.
And this is why, of course, you're on Piccadilly tonight.
Exactly.
And it's nice to have you with us, too.
That's why we're here and nowhere else.
Early hours of the morning, 32 minutes past 12. OK. What are your favourite bands? Have you got any favourite bands that you particularly like? Because we've never had the opportunity of having a serious chat before. It's always been with Joey and Ross, which is great, you know. But
He's always out in the woods hunting.
That's true.
Right, yeah.
Matter of fact, I got to tell you, Chris, I brought my bow on the road with me this time. I got my bow and arrow right with me on the road, practice all the time, I'm shooting arrows all the time. So if you want to shoot later, you know, come on and shoot.
You've got what?
I've got a compound bow with me that I hunt with back in the States. And I wanted to keep in shape and keep my muscles in tone and ready to go. So I brought it with me this time on tour. And I set up a portable target at these halls we play in. While they're setting up the gear, I set up this portable target, and you should see the looks that I get when I open up case 25 and pull out a bow.
It's a hand bow?
It's a 60-pound compound test.
I've got to
compound
see
bow.
It's not a joker bow, it's a real hunting bow. I mean,
that, yeah.
It'll do the business, that's for sure.
It's the real deal.
Yeah. The other, we were in, I think we were in Sweden, and I was out back and I was shooting the bow. And a lot of fans stopped by, and they were there, and they saw me shooting out in the back, and they came walking back there, and I offered them. I says, "Hey, anybody want to take a shot? Go ahead." And they're all trying to pull the bow back, and it was the funniest thing to see.
It's very hard,
pulling and pulling.
Yeah, it's very strenuous.
You have to work on your shoulder muscles and your arm muscles to get it so you can pull it back and hold it.
Right. This is basically for target shooting then, isn't it?
No,
not
where I go.
Tell me about it.
I live in the woods back home. I mean, and that's all I do. And so I go deer hunting and turkey hunting and everything. Raccoons, fox. I go with a bow all the time. It's the only way to hunt them.
And also to keep your aim on, Chris, we take pictures of different people that we don't like and put them on the target.
On the target.
So we can shoot arrows right into their head. It's a really good time, and it's a good way to blow off frustration and steam, because you couldn't do it in real life or we'd all go to prison. So, I mean, the next best thing is, to shoot an arrow in their head on a picture.
A lot of good fun, really.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of good fun. Yeah. You should take a crack at it.
I'll tell you, well, I mean, I'd have a go with a rifle, certainly, yeah, because, I mean, I'm into hunting. Sure enough, I mean, every metal man should eat red meat.
Here, here.
That's right.
You know? Yeah.
That's
Here,
right.
here.
I ain't into one of these vegetarian freaks or anything like that. You know, red meat. You know?
Good for you.
Just run it over the fire with a fork, right?
I've got to. Hey, I have got to have a go with this bow.
Oh
love
yeah,
it. It's
no,
great.
I've got
you
to
have to give it a
because I'll be
shot.
useless. I'll be useless. But I mean, yeah.
Oh, it's
so you
fun.
don't do rifle shooting or anything like that?
Oh,
no?
I go for targets for rifles and everything, but I prefer to hunt with a bow. I mean, it gives the animal a lot more of a chance, and I only take one shot. If I miss for whatever reason, if I blow the shot and I miss the deer, and he's right underneath my tree, I just let him
Sure.
go
Yeah,
away
he's
because
won.
I figured he's won. That's
He's
right,
won.
and
He's
that's
won.
what's hunting. That's what it's all about. So
Yeah. He's one.
Yeah.
And that's what heavy metal's all about, Chris. We just want one shot on one of these big tours. We just want one shot on one of these big festivals. Why won't it happen?
Because there are a lot of wimps about. That's why.
amen.
About time it was said by somebody else's lips.
That's right.
Yeah. It's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
From your lips to God's ears, Chris.
There
A
you
true
go.
metal maniac if there ever was one.
Yeah. Have there been many girls that have? I mean, Manowar always appears to me. It's sort of Manowar. Many girls that have.
I think the word is out. I think the word is out, and
Yeah?
a lot more girls are coming to the show now. Which really, I mean, we're not going to call the cops about that.
It's amazing, when we come to the gigs in the afternoon, there's always girls waiting outside saying, "Are you going to wear those outfits that are on the album tonight?"
Yeah,
We say,
yeah.
"Yes, I am." They go, "Well, then we're coming in."
That's right.
It's funny, it's really, really funny. There's been a lot more girls at the shows than there have been in other years.
Makes the show a little more exciting,
Front stage or backstage?
Both.
Both.
Yeah. Inside or outside?
Well, Chris,
the
you know that we are here on Earth by God's will to make girls happy. I mean, it is the Lord's will that we make girls happy, and it's a job that somebody has to do. He's left it to us.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I think it's before we start getting really filthy. I'm not.
That
gonna,
would never happen, Chris. that would never
I'm
happen.
not gonna. I promise you, this week I am not gonna mention the Dirty Weekend in Amsterdam, the 29th of June. I'm not gonna mention it. No. I mean, if you haven't got tickets for the Dirty Weekend with Mike Gabbett and also Mike Kiddie from who's Piccadilly Radio's newspaper reviewers, also works for the Daily Knockers and the News of the Screws. I'm not gonna mention it. I mean, if you haven't got your tickets by now, hard luck. You're gonna miss out on a good weekend.
Speaking of dirty weekends, I
Yeah.
want to have a clean weekend with that girl that was standing stage right again. So make sure she writes. Make sure she writes to the English Fan Club address, and Paul Clark will get in touch with her for me because I really think that it's God's will that she has a good time.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't you think so, Chris? Really?
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, if you say so, you're the boss.
Don't you want her to
No,
find?
you're the boss, aren't you? Ross the boss.
Don't you want her to find out what she's been faking all these years, though? Really, Chris?
I'm making no comment.
Bless your heart.
What I am going to do is ask Eric to choose one of his favourite Manowar tracks that he particularly likes performing on.